What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Retro Hoop Collectibles. Normally, I don't do much when it comes to like NBA content. Now, if you're living under a rock or you just don't follow basketball at all, as of this morning, Sunday, February 2nd, 2025, quite possibly one of the most blockbuster trades has happened. Luka Doncic has been traded, that's right, traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, a couple other players, and some draft considerations. Now, I always like to look at these things from two different standpoints. Obviously, I've told you guys this before, and it still holds very true. I am a basketball fan first. I love basketball. Loved it my whole life. And so I follow these things in the league. I'm a big basketball fan. And this was quite possibly one of the biggest trades probably in the history. It probably will go down as one of the biggest trades in the history of basketball. Just because of the situation behind it all, right? Luka Doncic is due this massive contract. They trade him away. The Dallas Mavericks are essentially saying, look, man, we don't think that you are the guy for us that is going to lead us to the promised land. More importantly, we don't feel that you are worth the $350 million contract, supermax contract that you're both eligible and some would say not necessarily worthy of. We're not going to pay that, so we're going to trade you away. I think the reason why the Dallas Mavericks are wanting to trade Luka Doncic away has a lot to do with his just lack of commitment and his inability to stay in shape and his nonchalantness about really taking the game of basketball serious. And that also reflects pretty heavily on his card prices and the value of his cards. So when big news like this hits for me, obviously I like to look at it from a standpoint of from a basketball standpoint, but also from a collector standpoint, because I own some Luka Doncic rookie cards. And nothing spectacular. I don't have the, what was it, the $5 million, whoever paid $5 million for that one-of-one logo man, or I think whatever, I can't remember what it was, but some big money was paid for one of those cards. I do have something that is going to be affected by this recent news. So I wanted to take a quick look just because I think it's noteworthy. We'll hop over here to the Card Hedge view on this. Shout out to my people over at Card Hedge. This is the sales of a PSA 10 Luka Doncic Prism rookie base over the last essentially 4 years, 2 months. And you can see clear as day, right? There's a drastic decline over the last couple of years. And it probably bottomed out somewhere around the middle of the season last year at about $200. Actually, 2 years ago, 2023. So if we look at, let's say, $250, and then it's kind of hovered at around 250, 220, 250, 220, 200, 250. 200. It's right around that 220 average range over the last, Lord knows how long, 2 years or something. Look at the pop count on this thing. 20,000 is the pop count on this for a PSA 10. But that's very indicative of kind of what's happening with Luka. I always talk about, Patrick Mahomes' prices and how Patrick Mahomes' prices has a few Super Bowls baked into his prices, right? Because that's kind of the expectation. And that's where a lot of people get hurt sometimes, right? For these new guys that are coming out that are hot to trot. there's a lot of baked in championships in these prices, or there was at least. Luka was a rookie in 2018. Well, by 2020, 2021, you would have expected him to, if he was to live up to his hype, to have won a championship already. So as you're looking at some of these prices up here, these $2,000 prices were at its peak, right? These $1,200, $2,000, $1,300, $1,500, $1,400 prices. These all had a championship or two baked in there, right? And so you're imagining by year 2, year 3, year 4, that would have come to fruition. Now, obviously, he's made a Western Conference Finals appearance and an NBA Finals appearance. So, he's gotten there. But then all these rumors about him just not being serious, you see it in his weight and the way he moves. He doesn't move like he used to move when he was a rookie, even 2 or 3 years out from being a rookie, 2019, 2020 season. It's just not moving like he used to move. And there's the reports about him coming in overweight, and now he's dealing with all these soft tissue injuries with the calf strains and the hamstring strains, and a lot of that has to do with the reason why the Mavericks traded him away. So that's all in the past, right? The trade is done. Luka Doncic is heading over to the Los Angeles Lakers. And here's where the speculation starts to happen, and really things start to. This is where people could potentially turn things around with picking up his cards right now at $160, $170 for a PSA 10 Luka. And then let's see what his silver. His silver, I think, is still hovering around like $1,500, $1,700 for his silver. So if we look at, his silver, I know, was like up in the $10,000 range. Yeah, look at that, $8,000, $10,000, $9,700. Yeah, his silvers were up there, and now, yeah, you're about a $1,500. $1,200, $1,500. So here's what I'm saying. On the cusp of this trade just happening, and it's legit. It's happened. It's done. Luka Doncic is either going to do one of two things, because this trade was clearly the Mavericks organization telling Luka Doncic that he is not the guy that we think he is, and that he is not worthy of carrying an organization for the foreseeable future under a Supermax contract, which I think is $350 for 5 years or something. It ends up being like $60 million or $60 million a year or something like that. It's either going to light a fire under his ass and turn Luka Doncic into the most dangerous man in the league, at which we're going to see him evolve into another level, which is crazy to think about. Another level of who we know Luka Doncic to be as a basketball player. Or he's going to go the route of really taking this to heart, completely decimating his confidence, and really hurting him as a basketball player, and him never being able to live up to that potential. That has yet to be seen. That is the question as to what's going to happen with Luka Doncic as he now becomes a Los Angeles Laker. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I think this is a really interesting influx point within the prices of Luka Doncic's rookie cards. If you have some already, I'd hold on to them just to kind of see what's going to happen here within the next 3 to 4 months. The Lakers are not too horrible in terms of seeding in the West, so we'll see how that pans out. I think they will make the playoffs. We'll see how far they make it into the playoffs. We'll see how Luka responds to this trade and this situation that he now finds himself in. But his prices are at the bottom, rock bottom, in my opinion. And if you were thinking about getting in, the potential for upside right now is more than ever. It's a 50-50 shot, and that's probably about as good as a shot as you're going to get. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Are you picking up any Lukas? If you have some, are you holding them? Are you dumping them? What are you doing? Let me know down in the comments. Appreciate you guys watching, as always. Love y'all. Peace.